Hello and welcome to Purposeful Parent Insight Session. We are here to learn strategies, techniques that help us to become better parents so that we can raise wholesome and resilient children amidst all the challenges in our contemporary times. Nowadays, parenting is more challenging than ever before. And that is why as parents, you cannot afford to stay in the dark. Ignorance is synonymous to darkness, and parenting in this current dispensation requires continuous learning, relearning, and unlearning some of the things we knew before and they are no longer working. Today, we are going to be considering a very important subject that has to do with the parenting journey of every parent, whether you are an old parent or you are a new parent or an intending parent. What we are looking at today is very, very important. Therefore, I encourage you to be part of this discussion throughout to the very end, and invite your friends and share also with your friend the amazing insight that you are getting from this place. Now, today we are looking at understanding why children misbehave. Understanding why children misbehave. Parenting is a journey that is filled with challenges and many questions, puzzling the mind of many parents. And one of such puzzles is this: why do children misbehave? Many parents continue to ask these questions. Why? Why my children misbehaving? They cannot understand why are children giving them trouble, giving them stresses. Many parents are stressed out, many are traumatized, many are frustrated as a result of the misbehavior of their children. But do you know that behind every misbehavior lies a deeper reason unknown to many parents? Most parents cannot see beyond the surface, cannot see beyond the physical manifestation of that misbehavior. But do you know that behind every act of misbehavior manifested by every child lies a deeper reason that is not known to many parents? So as we dive into this study, we are going to see some of these underlying reasons, underlying factor motivating these children to behave in such a way that is unacceptable to the parent. By understanding the why behind children's action, 4 things are going to be achieved. Number 1, a deeper understanding, a deeper knowledge of child's behavior will be cultivated by the parent. Number 2, the parent will foster a healthier relationship with their children. Number 3, the underlying issues, the underlying factor motivating such behavior will be discovered and addressed. And number 4, parents can guide their children towards positive change and growth. Actually, this is the whole essence of parenting, guiding your children towards positive change to become useful, better citizens in the society. So as we go into this discussion, we'll begin to understand some of these issues that are underlying the various disobedience or misbehavior of our children. But you know that for us to understand this, for us to go deeper and understand these 3 things are required. Number 1, patience is required on your part as a parent. 2, empathy is required on your part as a parent. And thirdly, a willingness to look beyond the surface. When a child manifests misbehavior, when a child does something that is not good, don't just look at the child at that level. Have the understanding that something is motivating this action. Something is behind what this boy or this girl is doing. I want to know that thing, and if you can know that thing and address it, then the problem will be solved. So some of the root causes of the misbehavior that our children manifest could be traced to 3 things. Number 1, developmental issues. 2, emotional matters. And 3, relational issues. It could be developmental issues. Maybe the stages they are in their growth in life may pose some challenges to them. It may be their emotion that is not in the right position at that moment, and that may be making them to misbehave. It could be relationship, maybe the relationship between them and their mom, relationship between them and their dad is not going well. Some of these things can be factors that are responsible. But we're going to look at these things in a more detailed way. So let's dive into the reasons, the motivating factors behind misbehavior of our children. Number 1, why children misbehave. Number 1, challenges of child developmental stages. Challenges of child developmental stages. You see, every child go through different stages from infancy to toddlerhood, from toddlerhood to preschooler stage, from preschooler stage to school age, and from school age to early adolescence, from early adolescence to teenage ages, and from teenage years to adulthood. And you see, these various developmental stages that a child goes through, they are associated with various challenges and troubles. And when these challenges and troubles are manifesting in the life of these children, it makes them to react, and such reactions is seen or perceived by we parents as misbehavior. Take for instance now a toddler who is throwing tantrum, who is manifesting some kind of anger that is peculiar to a toddler. Some parents will just begin to beat the child anyhow. You must understand that a toddler is bound to manifest some tantrum, or maybe a teenager that is manifesting, having some hormonal changes and some things that are coming up in the system and making him or her now to begin to assert some independence, wanting to gain control, wanting to become a man or wanting to become a woman. A girl that is just coming up now, all that mommy has, she begin to has it now. The breast is growing, the armpit, the hair in the armpit is growing, she's looking big, she see herself in the mirror, she's looking fantastic and attractive. And maybe some boys are going around and say, are you there? I'll find girl, come here. And that come home now and manifest and want to manifest herself as a big girl, manifest herself as wanting to showcase herself with freedom and autonomy. And the parent will say, what are you doing that kind of nonsense in my house? And there will be power struggle. So number one reason why children misbehave is challenges of child developmental stages. And recognizing these developmental stages can help parents to have invaluable insights into children misbehavior. So if you have a teenager who is trying to assert him or herself, who is trying to gain freedom and liberty and autonomy, know that it's the brain of the teenager that is sensing to them that you are now a man, you are now a woman, you've got to gain your liberty, you've got to gain your freedom, and you understand with that teenager and deal with him or her with wisdom, not fighting and struggling and power struggle between many teenagers and the parent. For instance, a toddler or a teenager. So we must be able to understand that it is the developmental stage and the challenges associated with them that is causing some of these things for them. Number two reason why children misbehave, they are testing limits. For every rule or boundary that is set in the home, your child will want to test that limit. It is naturally in children that they want to try you, that will want to test that. Don't do this, they want to try it. If I do it, what will daddy do? If I do it, what will mommy do? So they are trying to test limit, our boundaries. So, and that is why as parents, you must say what you mean and mean what you say. It will do more harm than good to state rules and regulation and limits in the home, and you have stated the consequences around it, and when such rules are broken, you don't enforce the consequences. If you practice such in your home, you are teaching your children disobedience. They will find it difficult to obey authority. They will find it difficult to follow rules in the school and any organization they belong. Once you state a rule in the home and the consequences are lined up there, whoever breaks that rule must face the consequences. But daddy, we just talk, you will not do it. Mommy, we just talk, you will not do it. And they have tried you, they have checked and broken the boundary and go beyond the limit, and you just bragado and you not do anything. Woo! The children will be encouraged to do more of that. So whatever rule you set in your home, ensure that you enforce the consequences of whoever breaks that rule. So parents who are indifferent in setting rules, who are indifferent in setting limits, or fail to enforce the consequences of breaking such rule, they are simply encouraging their children to grow in misbehavior. I want you to check. Are you that kind of parent? Are you just set rule? Are you just threats? Make some threats, empty threats that you never carry out. Indirectly, you are encouraging the children to become disobedient. Number three reason why children misbehave: inadequate communication skill. Young children, especially toddlers, they may lack verbal skill sufficient enough to express their needs effectively to their parents. And as such, when they have a need, they may be crying. When they have a need, they may be shaking and be kicking. They have something that is underlining. They have something to communicate with mom, to communicate with dad, but they don't have sufficient communication skill to verbalize it, and they have to be crying or shaking or doing some other thing that the parent will term as misbehavior. For instance, if a child is hungry or tired, maybe doing some kind of funny thing, maybe kicking or biting or doing some funny things just to send message to mom that I am hungry, but doesn't know how to verbalize it. So parents should understand that sometimes inadequate communication skill will be a reason for a child to misbehave. Number 4, poor emotional regulation. Children are still learning how to manage their emotion. They're just coming up. They're just developing, coming up from a small infantile stage. And therefore, inability to manage their emotion can be misinterpreted by we parents as misbehavior. And sometimes maybe having strong feeling like anger, strong feeling like sadness, strong feeling like anxiety. Some of these things that we feel as adults, children also feel them. And when they cannot manage their emotion like that, they will misbehave. They will do things that will make we parents to say, this is the bad behavior that you are manifesting. Number 5 reason why children misbehave is that they are copying others. Children are copycats. They are good at copying other people. When they see daddy doing something, they copy it. When they see mommy doing this, maybe you have seen some children, maybe their daddy, they are functioning in the church, and they usually use microphone to talk. You see the children, they can go and take one stick, or take their pen, or take something from the house, maybe the remote control of the television, and they'll be using it like microphone, and be talking and be moving up and down like that, like their daddy. I saw the video of a boy recently, and he was trying to like speak in tongue, carry one tie like that, and take the remote control of the television, and begin to talk and behave like maybe what he see his daddy doing. So children usually copy what they see adults around them, especially their parents or their sibling, elderly ones doing, copy it. So if people that are doing bad things are around the children will copy it. So if you as a dad at home, if you are found beating your wife, your child will become a bully, your child will become a very violent person in the school or in the society, because he has learned that attitude, that habit of beating while observing you at home. Children sometimes misbehave when they copy their parents or they copy the adult people around them. And number 6 reason why children misbehave: lack of experience and skill. You understand that children are children. They are not just little adults. Children are children. So we sometimes we make the mistake assuming these children to become like adults like ourselves. No, they don't come equipped with information, with wisdom and skill that we have as adults. So mistakes and misbehavior of children that are normal to them at their level, sometimes we parents, we classify them as misbehavior. So let us remember that children will be children, and we must allow them to still operate within that level. Take for instance, now you want to learn how to ride bicycle. It's not that very day that you carry the bicycle and you begin to ride very well. You try to ride, you fall down, you get up again. You try to ride, you fall down, you get up again. And after several trials and attempts, then you begin to ride very well. So many acts that we parents call bad or we classify as misbehavior, they are just simple mistakes that are normal to the growing process of a child. That just like somebody learning a bicycle, how to ride bicycle, fall down and get up again, we should allow these children to be children and go through the growing process without coining their their actions as bad or as misbehavior. So as parents, we need to have this more mature understanding to see the children when they are making some sincere mistakes in their developmental progress, in their growing process. Not that just you are supposed to be like this, a 3-year-old child, a 5-year-old child, a 6-year-old child. There's still some limit of maturity and experience that they have. They cannot be compared with those of us that are adults. They only need to be educated how such things are done properly. When the child makes that mistake, come Sunday, come Janet, this is how to do this, this is how to do this, and through that process the child will begin to learn. Number 7 reason why children misbehave. They are craving independence or they are seeking control. They are craving independence or seeking control. As children grow and enter teenage years, for instance, they crave independence, liberty, and autonomy. When a girl begins to see herself busty, looking big, and boys around say, fine girl. So they begin, their hormones and their brain will begin to sense to them, now you are a big girl. Now you are like your mommy. So they want to assert their independence. They want to assert their liberty and freedom. The same thing goes with guys. You see them coming with deep voice and see them becoming huge like a man. And look at daddy and they are looking like daddy at the same. So, and daddy will say, who are you? Born you that you want to challenge my authority? You want to look at my face? Calm down, parent. Understand the peculiarity of the brain of these teenagers, that it is the hormonal changes in their system that is making them to crave for independence and liberty. And at such time, we need wisdom to deal with them. You see, many parents today, they have problems with their teenager, fighting and struggling and challenging. No, that's power struggle. If we understand the hormonal changes that are taking place in the brain of these children and their system generally, we'll be able to deal with them with wisdom. Some other time, we're going to handle issues of teenagers and their troubles and their power struggle with their parents in depth, and with this we're able to understand. But today we just need to know that one of the reasons why children misbehave, that they are craving for independence, especially teenagers. And number 8 reason why children misbehave, they have been rewarded for past misbehavior. If a child misbehaved previously and he was rewarded for that act of misbehavior, he or she will be encouraged to do more. Take for instance a child that the mom say, okay, let's go to school, or let's go to maybe lesson, and the child fell down and begin to roll on the ground, and the mommy say, why are you doing this? Okay, wait, let me go and buy bobo for you. And he went and bought bobo, and it's because of the bobo you gave to her that she stopped rolling on the ground. At another time, when that child wants to get something from you, he will roll on the ground again, because he has been rewarded when he rolled on the ground. So when a child misbehaved and was rewarded by the parent for that, he will be encouraged and motivated to do more of it. So parents, we need to take note of it. Sometimes the only way the children can get the attention of the parents is to disobey. So children, when they will study yours, and if you understand that, okay, when I do this, mommy will give me attention. When I do that, mommy will give me attention. So don't reward disobedience among your children. Make sure where disobedience is found, the necessary consequences is given. And therefore, as parents, all these reasons that we have treated that are underlying issues behind the disobedience or the misbehavior of our children, let's go over them again and understand them and inculcate them in our parenting progress, so that we'll be able to understand why some of this misbehavior that our children manifest, why they are doing so. It is important to remember that all children misbehave sometimes. They are not coming as perfect humans. All children misbehave sometimes, and it is normal part of their developmental process. It is a normal part of their developmental process. Don't demonize your child because he misbehaves. It's a child, and the child must make some mistake. But however, if misbehavior now become a pattern or causing problem in the home or in the school, in some other setting, it may necessitate that the parent may seek professional help to assist that child. If the misbehavior is becoming beyond ordinary, going beyond normal, you may need to seek for professional help to assist you in order to check up the child and see if there is a need for therapy. Remember, parenting is a journey of learning and adaptation. I say that again. Remember that parenting is a journey of learning and adaptation. By approaching misbehavior with curiosity rather than frustration, you must approach misbehavior with curiosity, with a learning mind rather than frustration and being stressed out. Parents can create a nurturing environment where children feel understood, valued, and supported. When you when you look at misbehavior with curious mind, why is this child doing this? Why is this girl doing this? Perhaps there's the reason behind it, and you want to go deeper beyond the surface, superficial that you are seeing, going beyond to understand why she's doing that. And once you understand that, your response will be different from when you are just looking at it from superficial. So approaching misbehavior from a curious mind rather than frustration will help parents to create a nurturing environment for the children, and will help the children also to see themselves as being understood, valued, and supported. And this will foster a very good relationship between parents and children. And on this note, I want to thank you for being part of this valuable, insightful discussion today. And I want to encourage you that to share with your friend and family so that you can learn along with us on this wonderful journey of parenting. See you at another time. Thank you. God bless you.